Hello and welcome to Dubrovnik. Okay, actually we're not in Dubrovnik. We're in, I think you pronounce it Srebreno, which is just outside Mlini, which is on the Dubrovnik Riviera. So we're on the same bit of coastline as Dubrovnik. We're just outside. We've not yet been into the main kind of old town city itself. We got here on Saturday. It was a stupidly early get up for us. We had a 6 AM flight. It meant checking in very early. Basically we were up at 2:30 in the morning, so the first day was a bit of a write-off. We just checked into our gorgeous hotel, just went back to bed really, had some lunch, just chilled out. Yesterday was another chill out day. We had a bit of a lie-in. We had an amazing breakfast. Our hotel does such a good breakfast buffet with kind of all local meats and cheeses, and yeah, just delicious. And then we pretty much spent the day up on the roof terrace by the pool. It's a little infinity pool with some sun lounges. It's just gorgeous. Chilled out, read, popped out to a local restaurant for an evening meal. Both tried to have something quite traditional, trying to kind of explore the Croatian food. So Dan had a kind of traditional kale pie that I can't remember the name of, but it's so good. We had it with breakfast as well, and he had that with some tuna steak, and I had a cuttlefish black risotto, which my understanding is also quite traditional, and that was also delicious. But today we are actually leaving the hotel properly, not just into like the local area. We're gonna go and try and see the walls in the old town of Dubrovnik, try and explore a little bit. Got to negotiate the bus system, so that'll be interesting. The other interesting bit is we have discovered this morning that our airline has gone bankrupt. So we are assured that we will get home. We just do not know how and when just yet, but we will be here at least until Saturday, because that was when we originally were meant to be going home. So no idea what's going on there, but it just adds an extra bit of interest. To be honest, like, we're in the best possible position as far as I can work out, because we could be working for the airline, in which case, you know, they are in a horrible situation, they're all going to lose their jobs, or we could be at home and having got a booked holiday in the future and everyone's going to just lose their holiday. So, you know, we're here and we're going to make the most of it. Okay, so we're off the bus. The bus was a little bit windy. I'm not the best traveller on roads, but you can see the most amazing view of the old town as we came around the corner. We then got sort of unceremoniously chucked off the bus somewhere that didn't look anywhere like Old Town, and it looks like we now have a lot of steps to walk down to get there. We're just following everyone else. We finished walking around the walls of the old town. I think that took us about an hour and a half-ish, nearly 2 hours just to amble around. It was absolutely amazing. And not that busy. I don't know if it's because we came in October. So now we're just going to walk around and try and find some lunch. We're now going to try and find the cable cars and go all the way up there. Okay, we've had a brilliant day exploring the Old Town. We did go up in the cable cars and the view was just amazing. And there's one little cafe up there, like restaurant, and actually, given that it is the only place to eat up there, it's not horrendously expensive. And I will say about this about Dubrovnik generally is that, like, I read that it's kind of like, oh, it's quite expensive, especially for like Croatia, and you know, you'll be paying like London prices everywhere, so don't expect it to be cheap. And like, it's not cheap, but it's been nowhere near as expensive as I thought it might be, which I've been really pleasantly surprised by. And you know, those of my friends who nickname me Spendy Emily may not be surprised by this and may not think I'm the best judge of what's expensive or not, but no, genuinely, like, not that bad. Like 49p for a bottle of water right inside the Old Town, where we thought that it would be like £1, and in, like, you know, loads of touristy bits of London, it would be £1 for a bottle of water in these like once you'd gone into the area. Not at all. The walk of the walls in the Old Town was absolutely amazing. It is just beautiful, like, you can't describe it. And as I said earlier, it wasn't that busy, and I think that's probably because we were here in October, but it's plenty hot enough for us. In fact, when we went up to the restaurant where the cable cars were, the waitress immediately said, "Would you like a table in the shade?" Yes, yes we would. Anyway, after some slight bus drama, apparently the bus back does not pick you up in the same place as the bus you got in. But hey, you know, we managed to negotiate ourselves to the right place after a massive walk up some steps that we really did not need to walk up. But hey ho, good exercise, worked off that pizza. Come back to the hotel, had a little sit down, quick change, and there is, like, opposite our hotel, a Dalmatian Japanese fusion restaurant, which just sounds too interesting to not experience. So we're gonna go and head over and have some Adriatic sushi, I guess. I don't know, it looks good, it looks fun. The reviews are generally pretty good, so may as well give it a go. Today we're going to have a little explore of the local areas around our hotel, which are Srebreno and Mlini. We're just grabbing a quick coffee. It's been an early morning. Headed back into the Old Town, and today we've got our Game of Thrones tour, and also booked in to a restaurant to have a Dalmatian speciality for lunch. It's called Anchor? Not sure. awesome. We saw so much of the city that we wouldn't have seen otherwise. The tour guide was really, really cool. He was actually an extra in the series, which was really good fun because he gave us lots of insight into what it was like filming. And so now we've done that, we have got like a couple of hours before our lunch is booked. So we decided to try and explore the craft beer scene a little bit, which I think is quite fledgling in Dubrovnik, but we found a couple of cool bars. So I'd say we well and truly explored the craft beer scene there. Now we're off for our traditional lunch. Daniel's looking pretty pleased with the amount of meat that's in front of us. This is so good. Okay, that was a really intense amount of meat, and we like eating meat, but it was delicious, and I cannot describe how good the potatoes were. All of the meat had all been cooked over potatoes, they'd all kind of like caramelised and gone all gooey. They were just amazing. So I think we're in a bit of a meat coma now. And I think what we're going to try and do is there is a Dali exhibition which is meant to be quite interesting, and I've never seen any Dali sort of in real life before, so I think we're going to go and check that out. We are full and exhausted, and it has been a very long day. We're going to head back. Bye bye, Dubrovnik Old Town. It's our last day. I had a very lazy morning. The weather forecast was terrible for today. It said it's going to rain all day. So far, after a very lazy morning, it steadfastly refused to rain. But we're still planning on having quite a quiet one today. We're just going to nip out and get some lunch at a local cafe, just a sandwich or something, because I think we are going to go out for some nice dinner tonight. And then we're going to walk down to the beach, and apparently if we walk in the opposite direction from Mlini, which is the way that we went the other day, there is an old 1960s holiday resort that all got completely destroyed in the war here 20 years ago, which is obviously in like great contrast to everything that we've seen so far here in Croatia, but it's actually really interesting just to walk around. So we're going to go, the beach is meant to be lovely there, have a sit, have a read, just a very chilled one. We also need to pack. I'm so glad we walked round to see this place. It is amazing. It's so eerie, yet really beautiful at the same time. It has been such a lovely chilled out last day here in Croatia. Kind of representative of our whole holiday really. It's just been a very, very relaxed one, which is just what we needed after both being ill. Yes, I gave my tonsillitis to Dan as well. Oops. Yeah, feeling like we definitely were in need of a holiday and have just loved this country so much. It's been such a fascinating place to explore together. I know we've only done a tiny bit of it, just the Dubrovnik Riviera, and hardly any of that, to be honest. But yeah, would wholeheartedly recommend a trip to Dubrovnik. It really is just an amazing place. So it is our last night. We have packed. I've dolled myself up a little bit. Do you like these? These are new from Topshop. Yes, I have finally got this dress out that I said in my autumn wardrobe clear out that I would get a wear out of it before winter. Here we go, done it. And we're gonna head out and get some dinner. So I don't know how much more I'm going to vlog really. We have apparently got flights organised for us tomorrow by the CAA to replace our Monarch flights tomorrow, so we should be able to get home, but we've just got to get to the airport really early and see what happens. So it might be a bit stressful, I don't know. Probably not that interesting, so I'm not going to vlog it. So thank you so much for joining me this week here in Dubrovnik, and you know, like, subscribe, all of those things, and I'll see you next week. We've just come out of our hotel room and finally, after predicting it all day, it's really raining. I have no idea what we're going to do about dinner now. How rainy is it? Very rainy. So much for not vlogging anymore. Right, so I've come back up to the room because I'm all dressed up and know where to go, and Dan has gone down to reception just to sort out our transfers to the airport tomorrow morning, which he was going to do anyway. And we don't know what we're going to do because it's absolutely pouring with rain outside. It's like quite a short walk to the restaurants, but we would get soaked. Do we get a taxi? I don't even think we can get, it's right on the seafront, so I don't think cars can get there, so I don't think a taxi is an option. Room service picnic? I don't know. I feel like I looked, you know, I did look quite nice. Here you go. Here's my nice dress. Okay, we have decided we're not letting the weather ruin our last night of holiday. The trusty Cath Kidston Pack-a-Mac has come out and we're going out. Bye.